Hey everybody, what is going on? My name is Nick Bunyun and welcome to your Monday Care, a video series in which for a couple minutes a day I take a mind off of Monday and I focus it on something else. And really quickly before we begin, the game that's playing in the background is Counter-Strike Global Offensive. It was on sale this weekend for about $3. The map that I'm playing is KZ map. The goal of this map is to hop around and make it to the top of the map, and each jump usually gets a little bit harder the more you progress. I know you guys don't really care about the game that's playing in the background, so let's talk about today's subject, which is 10 interesting jobs that don't exist anymore. After I tell you the 10 jobs, let me know which one you found most interesting, and if you had to choose one to do for the rest of your life, which one would it be? So in no particular order, here we go. Pre-radar listeners for enemy aircraft. Before radar, troops used acoustic mirrors and listening devices like these to focus and detect the sound of engines from approaching aircrafts. The human alarm clock, knocker-uppers as they were called, were essentially alarm clocks. They were hired to ensure that people would wake up on time for their own jobs. They would use sticks, clubs, and pebbles to knock on clients' windows or doors. Bowling alley pin setters. Bowling alley pin setters were young boys employed at bowling alleys to set up the pins for clients before machines were invented. Lamplighters. Lamplighters were people that used long poles to light, extinguish, and refuel street lamps until electric lamps were introduced. Log drivers. Before technology and infrastructure was available to transport logs with a truck, log drivers would float and guide them down rivers from logging sites to processing areas. Often the distance would be a few miles, and sometimes log jams would happen. Switchboard operators were integral parts of a telephone network's operation before modern technology made them obsolete. They would connect long distance calls and do other things that are now done digitally. Thanks a lot, Bill Gates. Resurrectionists or body snatchers were hired in the 19th century to remove corpses from graves for universities to use as cadavers. Dracula. Cadavers from legal means were rare and difficult to obtain, so universities had to resort to other means to procure the cadavers for their students. Ice cutters. Before modern refrigeration techniques were widespread, ice cutters would saw up the ice on frozen lakes for people to use in their cellars or refrigerators. It was a dangerous job, often done in extreme conditions. Milkmen, but legit milkman delivery, not like, you forgot the money? Well, let's find some compensation. Before modern and suitable refrigeration and preservation techniques were available, milk had to be delivered daily or else it would spoil. This was a daily job for the milkman. No, not that milkman, like legit milkman. Rat catcher. Rat catchers were employed in Europe to control rat population. They ran a high risk for suffering bites and infection, however, they helped prevent these risks from spreading to the public. Well, ladies and gentlemen, these were 10 jobs that don't exist anymore, so let me know which one you guys would want to do for the rest of your life. And if you guys enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it if you guys could leave a like and a comment. It really helps out the channel, helps the video, helps my self-esteem. Just everybody wins except Pablo, because Pablo doesn't want to win. So if you guys are not Pablo, you guys should definitely leave a like and a comment. Even if you're selfish and you're not going to do any of that, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys want to see some more, there's a whole playlist, or you can check out last week's episode, which has to do about dreams. Very interesting stuff about dreams, but there is a whole playlist with very interesting videos that will keep your mind off on Monday. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check them out, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye. Falling is a common dream symbol that relates to our anxieties about letting go, losing control, or somehow failing after a success. Nudity is another one of those common dreams, revealing your true self to others. You may feel vulnerable and exposed to others. However, if in your dream you are showing off your nudity, that may suggest